12, November 1993, when the very first UFC event took place. Imagine fighters from all over the world stepping into a cage for the first time to prove who was the best. Fast forward to today, and UFC has become one of the biggest sports globally, attracting millions of fans. And guess what? The excitement isn't slowing down. UFC has just announced some of the most thrilling title fights ever, and they're coming soon. Get ready, because this is going to be an unforgettable showdown. Now, what makes these upcoming title fights so special? Well, we're not just talking about regular matchups. These are fights that could change the history of UFC. Champions will be defending their belts against hungry contenders. And there's a twist coming that no one sees yet. Let's go into the big battles. One of the most highly anticipated title fights is Islam Makhachev vs. Charles Oliveira, scheduled for early 2024. These two fighters are no strangers to each other. In fact, they fought in 2022, where Makhachev managed to secure the lightweight title. However, Charles Oliveira, with his deadly submissions and amazing stamina, is back for revenge. He wants that belt back and has been training harder than ever. Makhachev, on the other hand, has been on a winning streak and is ready to prove he's the true king of the lightweight division. The excitement around this fight is off the charts because both fighters have different strengths. Makhachev's wrestling vs. Oliveira's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The real question is, will Oliveira finally reclaim his title, or will Makhachev's reign continue? And yeah, the fun fact is Oliveira holds the record for the most submission wins in UFC history. Next up, we have the colossal battle between Jon Jones and Sergei Pavlovich for the UFC heavyweight title. Jon Jones, often called the greatest of all time, GOAT, has returned to defend his belt after winning it earlier this year. Standing in his way is Pavlovich, a knockout artist who has torn through the heavyweight ranks like a wrecking ball. Pavlovich's recent performances have made everyone take notice. This man means business. The stakes are incredibly high for Jones because Pavlovich has been knocking out opponents left and right. He has power in both hands, and if he catches Jones slipping, it could be game over. On the other hand, Jones is a master of strategy and has been undefeated for over a decade. This fight is not just about power, it's about brains vs. brawn. Will Jon Jones remain the heavyweight king, or will the mighty Sergei Pavlovich rise to take the throne? Imagine a fighter who loves to show off his cool moves and knock out his opponents in style that's seen O'Malley. He's not just a regular fighter. He's known for being super flashy, with bright hair and knockout punches that make the crowd go wild. Right now, Seen is the bantamweight champion, meaning he's the best in his weight class. But there's someone ready to challenge him for that title, and his name is Merab Dvalishvili. Merab isn't like most fighters. He's a cardio machine, which means he has endless energy and never seems to get tired. While other fighters might slow down during a fight, Merab just keeps coming at you, pushing you until you can't take it anymore. He loves to wear his opponents down by constantly attacking them with his wrestling skills. Now, the big question is, can Sean O'Malley keep Merab away with his fast punches and tricky moves? Or will Merab's unstoppable energy break Sean's defenses? This fight is super exciting because both fighters have very different styles. Sean is a striker, meaning he's really good at punching and kicking. He looks for that one big hit to knock his opponent out. On the other hand, Merab likes to wrestle, taking his opponents to the ground and making them tired. So who do you think will win this thrilling fight? Will it be Sean's flashy knockouts or Merab's non-stop pressure that comes out on top? Either way, it's going to be a fight to remember. The rivalry between Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko has reached its boiling point, and they're ready to face each other for the third time. After their second fight ended in a controversial draw, the UFC has granted them a trilogy to finally settle the score. Shevchenko, who dominated the flyweight division for years, is looking to reclaim her title. Grasso, however, shocked the world by defeating her earlier, and now she's not letting go of that belt easily. Fans are already debating, will Shevchenko's elite striking and experience bring her back to the top, or will Grasso's heart and determination keep the belt around her waist? There's a lot of emotion tied to this fight, as both women have a point to prove. The final chapter in their rivalry promises to be intense. Who do you think will walk away as the undisputed queen of the flyweights? Finally, we have the long-awaited showdown between Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. Edwards, the current welterweight champion, has been on an incredible journey, defeating some of the best fighters in the division. Covington, on the other hand, is known for his trash talk and high-paced fighting style, making this fight personal for both men. Covington has been gunning for the title for years, and now he finally gets his shot. But Edwards is no pushover. He has proven time and again that he's one of the most well-rounded fighters in the UFC. This fight has been building for a long time, and fans can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Will Edwards continue his reign as the welterweight king, or will Covington's relentless pressure finally win him the championship he's been chasing? Now, here's where things get really interesting. There's been a lot of buzz recently about the possible return of none other than Conor McGregor. McGregor, the former two-division champion and one of the biggest names in the sport, hasn't fought since his injury in 2021. However, there have been whispers that he's gearing up for a return in 2024. Many believe that McGregor could be eyeing the winner of the Makhachev vs. Oliveira fight for a lightweight title shot. Can you imagine? The Irish superstar stepping back into the octagon, hungry to reclaim his title. But is McGregor ready for the elite level of competition after such a long layoff? Or could we see a new version of McGregor, one that's more dangerous than ever? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. The UFC is about to explode with action. As the UFC gears up for its most exciting stretch of fights, one thing is certain. 2024 is going to be a wild ride for MMA fans, with champions defending their titles against fierce contenders, and the potential return of Conor McGregor. The stage is set for some unforgettable moments. Each of these fights could shift the balance of power in their respective divisions. Who will emerge victorious? Will the old champions stand tall, or will new legends be born? And what about McGregor? Is he ready to make his comeback? There's only one way to find out. Stay tuned, because the UFC is about to deliver some fantastic moments